Bobby, the box office win on Boxing Day. How do you summarise that game?
Just pleased for everyone at the football club. Not going to get carried away. We've just come here and got a fantastic result. But it's all about my players, the way they dug in today, and the pitch is wet, isn't it? But yeah, just so pleased with the lads. There was some heavy legs at the end there, but they just kept digging in. That was the Bobby Wilkinson team out there today. Played some brilliant football, but grinded a result when we needed to as well. I thought it was important to get a result here today because we wanted to make up for the 2 points we lost on Saturday. You would have won Saturday and took a point here in reality, and we did it the hard way, but that's us as a Weymouth Football Club, isn't it?
Your side's pressing intensity was fantastic all game, I'd say. Today, that must have been pleasing for you to see.
Yeah, I like my teams to press high. I like us to work as a unit. But it's all about the lads. The game plan worked today, but it never works if them boys don't cross the white line and do what they did. And man for man, they were a big credit to everyone at the football club today.
Jordan Thompson and Joe Cook were tasked with keeping a physical presence up front under wraps. How pleased were you to see them manage to do that pretty well?
Yeah, well, Charlie deserves a lot of credit because I put Charlie in there to, make sure we shielded the 19 because he wins a lot of flick-ons. So there's a lot of communication out there, a lot of work that we had to do to stop the threat. And the videos I watched last night actually were he was the main threat into him, he plays off. So Charlie deserves a lot of credit today as well. But Joe Cook and Jordan managed him really well because he was really good back to goal, wasn't he? He's a good player, but it's all about my players today.
We had many Terrace fans make the trip up today. That must have been really pleasing for you to see so many make the trip up on Boxing Day.
I said it in the car on Saturday on the way home. Like there was over 1,000 there Saturday through a really tricky period, with finances and stuff like that, with Christmas and families. And they come out in their numbers, and I thought they were so loud on Saturday. And then today, we look round today, and how loud were we today? And this football club, when you're together, it's just frightening. You don't win anything as individuals or not together. As a group, collective, today, I thought Weymouth Football Club, we showed who we were today, and we've got to dust ourselves down again now, not get carried away. Back to the drawing board for working hard now. They know our game plan, we know theirs for next week. So we're going to have to really go away and analyse that, but I need to recover my players now. Big shout out to the boys that didn't play today as well, but the squad today was hungry, and hopefully we'll be back Thursday training hard to be ready to go next week.
In the first half, I would say there were two slightly controversial penalty decisions from either side. What did you make of those two?
Ours was definitely a penalty, like literally, but listen, how many times have we come on here and spoke about referees? I thought you give them every decision. I can see why the fans get mad with referees. Trust me, we do, but we're not allowed to get mad, otherwise we get booked. But listen, let's not look at the negatives, let's just look at the positives. 3 brilliant goals. What about Tom Bear's goal? The passing, the movement, the delivery, and a great goal. And then, I felt for Alfie up top today because he played at like a lone striker with 2 number 10s behind him. And for someone who's not been playing a lot of football in the last year, he deserves a big shout out as well. But every single play, I could go through every player, can I? Today is about my management team, my players, everyone at Weymouth Football Club. But a massive shout out to the fans today. They kept us going, didn't they, in the last 10 minutes? Because they're a really good footballing side. Give their manager a real good credit. They won the league last year. They've come up. They've been together a lot longer than us. So a big shout out to what a good job he's done there, Scotty as well. But now it's going to be the next game.
You mentioned it earlier, we've had a fair amount of draws this season, but that must be really pleasing for you to turn these draws into wins with a win this afternoon.
Yeah, like I said, I do think it's 10 or 11 1-1 draws. You turn 3 or 4 of them into wins, like I've said many times. That puts you into the playoff. We have a very good side here. We have a really good bunch of lads. But the biggest key for me, I've got honest lads. I've got honest lads who want to work hard for the football club. And when you've got that, that will bring success. Don't get me wrong, we've still got a lot of young lads who've got a lot to learn. I thought Leo at left back today was brilliant. Imagine what he's going to be like next year. Imagine what Jordan's going to be like. He's only 21. What he's going to be like next year. We forget how young our captain is. When you look through the actual whole side, very young side and a very difficult league this year, but if we can continue to improve each week, be 1% better every week, and next year they'll be even better. So that's why I'm really proud for this young group of players at the moment.
We welcome the Seagulls to the Bob Lucas on New Year's Day. Is there anything you'll look to slightly change going into that game?
Yeah, I've got a job to do now because they know how we play, we know how they play. That's why I don't like the back-to-back games. But what I would like to do now is just turn up again next week, try and play some entertaining football again. But literally, can we score some goals at home? But I'm going to ask all the fans, could they come out in their numbers again, because it really is a big lift to us, especially like today, 10-15 to go, and they were really loud in the first half as well. But yeah, back to the drawing board now, back to working hard. Like someone's always taught me, just win your next game. We've won this game, we've got 3 points, but like I just said to the boys, back in training this week, training hard, recover well, and enjoy your new year. But if I find out anyone's even had a beer, they can go out for dinner, they can do what they got to do, but we've got a big game, we've got to represent Weymouth Football Club, so let's make sure we're ready.
Thank you, Bobby.
Cheers, thank you.